We are just about ready to get started. If we could have everybody move in. We've got plenty of seats available. We've got reserved seating up front for our board members and shareholders. If y'all would find Nikki or Hallie, we'll show y'all to your seats. We've also got reserved seating up front for our nonprofit grant finalists. Plenty of seats available. Y'all don't be shy. Come on in and find a place. I think we're just about ready to get started. So first of all, this morning I want to welcome you all and thank you all for being here. My name is Chris King. I'm the Director of Marketing at Bank Independent. You know, a few weeks ago, somebody asked me if I was nervous about this event today. I told them I wasn't really nervous about the event because we've got a great team who always does a fantastic job on things like this. The only thing I was a little nervous about was if people were actually going to show up. And clearly that's not an issue. So I really appreciate you all being here today to celebrate with us. So we do have a few big announcements to make today, but before we do that, I want to make a few small announcements. First of all, if everyone would please silence their phones and devices, we would appreciate that. Second of all, if you don't have to use your device during the broadcast, we would appreciate it. We are trying to live stream this event, and we need all the bandwidth we can get to make sure that this gets out into the world. So we would appreciate it if you don't have to use your device if you would not. Second of all, we want to make sure that all of our friends in the press receive a media kit before you leave today. If you will see our PR manager, Ashley Balch, this is Ashley right here. He has a folder for you that has a run of today's events, all the announcements with the speakers' names, that has press releases with all the details, quotes for today. We'll have all the details on there. You can also get that at our website, bibank.com/economic impact. All the details will be there. After all of the announcements have been made today, we'll try to answer any questions you have. All the Bank Independent executives will be available for interviews. And we'll also ask all of our grant winners to hang around and be interviewed if anyone wants to as well. I want to thank everybody who has made today possible, all the Bank Independent team members, our wonderful partners at the Shoals Chamber of Commerce, Party Pros, who provided the wonderful setup today, Southern Skillet for the delicious food, Colbert County Commission and EMA for providing this space and for opening this building for us to have bathroom access. And now, let's get on with the celebration and share the big news. Please welcome Bank Independent President and third-generation independent banker, Mac Malden, to the stage.
Thank you very much. Man, you did get a crowd up. You feed people and they'll show up, won't they? So Kim said, what are you going to have to eat today? And I said, I don't know, but we're from Leeton, so we are going to have some food. So we have plenty of it, too. So welcome, and I apologize for starting a little late. Our guest of honor went to the wrong location. My Aunt Dorothy and Uncle Al are here. Dorothy is the daughter of the founder of the bank, and we wanted to make sure that she was here. She is my aunt. She is my mother's sister, and she is the second generation banker. And we just want to make sure that they're here and that they're honored. Dorothy, you just raise your hand and wave at everybody. So welcome. We're honored and humbled and thrilled that you're here, and we're humbled by your interest in our organization. This is a historic day for Bank Independent on a historic site for all of the Tennessee Valley. It's historical for us to celebrate our 75th anniversary, 1947. For the Shoals, it's historical because in 1922, Henry Ford and Thomas Edison came to the valley to promote their 75-mile city from here, that would span from here to Huntsville along the Tennessee River. And their idea was to provide industrial jobs along the river and that everybody would live in the rural area, thus providing a job and a rural lifestyle, a good southern rural lifestyle. Then in January of 1933, 2 months before becoming President of the United States, Roosevelt came and toured this very site and talked about the potential of the Tennessee Valley. He wrote what he said, he exchanged, just kind of talked, and here I found what he said, and I quote, "We are here because the Muscle Shoals development and the Tennessee River development as a whole are national in their aspect and are going to be treated from a national point of view." He went on to say, "And so, my friends, I'm looking forward with great interest, of pleasure, to my day here. It is going to give me a great advantage in putting Muscle Shoals back on the map." And that was in 1933. From that visit by Franklin Roosevelt, the Tennessee Valley Authority was created right here. 30 years later, in May of 1963, President Kennedy came to this site to celebrate the 30th anniversary of TVA. And it was just right over there. Now, some of you were there. I was there, I was 3. Fennel was there, he was 16. You were 10. You were 10. Pruitt was there. And I remember, being 3 is one of those days you see it, and it's a really bright day, and I was 3 years old, and I didn't understand why I couldn't be with my daddy. Well, he was with the President of the United States, and he wouldn't let me come up there. So I quote President Kennedy in what he said here. They predicted that TVA would destroy private enterprise, but this valley has never bloomed like it does today, and hundreds of thousands of jobs have been created because of the work of these men that went before us. This great country of ours has been developed because people working together made it possible to develop this valley. By working together, we have recognized that a rising tide lifts all boats. You may have heard that before. A rising tide lifts all boats. And this valley will not prosper unless each sections of the country are rich. Nor will this section of the country be rich unless the valley is prosperous. He went on to talk about the importance of what has now become the IFDC, where thousands of people have come, kings, prime ministers, students, technicians, people who are uncommitted, people who don't know which way to go, people who are unsure. They come here and gain an impression not merely by visiting Washington or New York, but by coming to this valley. They gain an impression of vitality and growth and the ability of people to work together in a free society. This has been one of the most powerful advertisements for the picture of the United States around the world that we have had. For these people come from nations whose poverty threatens to exceed their hopes, who do not feel they can solve their problems. They come here and compare this valley today to what it was 30 years ago, and they leave here feeling that they too can solve their problems in a system of freedom. We at Bank Independent embrace the vision of these 4 great Americans, Ford, Edison, Roosevelt, and Kennedy, that they shared with us over the past 100 years. The Tennessee Valley continues to be a beacon of success for public-private partnerships the world over. It further teaches us that offering our neighbors a hand up and not a handout makes for a better America. So now let me tell you a little bit about Bank Independent. And I feel like I could just say this, but I'm going to read it so I don't miss anything. But we were formed in 1947 in Leeton, and the eastern end of Colbert County, when the branch that was in Leeton moved to Fort Payne. And as my mother told us, they up and moved the bank overnight. It left the community of farming families without a bank. So my grandfather, Leonard Pruitt, Dorothy's dad, and some other farmers, mostly cousins, got together to fill the void left by the other bank, the other evil bank, to serve the banking needs of our hometown. On August 4th, 1947, the Bank of Leeton began business, and by the end of the year, it had total assets of $1 million. My father, Edward Malden, began working at the bank full-time in 1959, the year I was born, running the bank and running our farming operations in Colbert and Lauderdale counties. Through his hard work and the work of thousands of dedicated team members throughout the past 75 years, bank has grown to a total of $2.3 billion in total assets, with 33 branches in Leeton, Sheffield, Muscle Shoals, Tuscumbia, Cherokee, Russellville, Red Bay, Moulton, Decatur, Hartselle, Huntsville, Madison, Athens, Rogersville, and Lexington. It covers Colbert, Lauderdale, Franklin, Morgan, Madison, and Limestone counties in North Alabama. Bank Independent now stretches across those 75-mile city that Henry Ford and Thomas Edison talked about in 1922. We are built to serve and to continue to serve our communities and to provide the world-class products and services we need to expand and look to the future. Today, we announced the construction of a new state-of-the-art, world-class operations facility. We're going to unveil the preliminary drawing of that, and then Rick Wardlaw, the bank's CEO, is going to come forward and tell you all about it. So I'm going to get out of the way, which is what you've been hoping for a long time. And we're going to say, ready to go.
Thank you, Mac. Wow. What an exciting day. First, I would like to thank the shareholders in attendance today. We appreciate your continued support of your investment, and thank you for being wonderful ambassadors for Bank Independent. Next, I would like to recognize my fellow bank board of directors. Thank you for your service and leadership to our team. And if you could please stand or wave as I introduce you. Congressman Ronnie Flippo wasn't able to make it today. Don Miller. Vanessa Morris. Alan Neal. Lucy Trousdale. And Paul Wallace, I believe, was not able to make it today. I would like to give special recognition to the Malden family board members. Pruitt Malden. Of course, Mac Malden, our vice chairman, wherever he went. There he is. And Fennel Malden, our chairman of the board. These three gentlemen represent the third generation of Maldens as principal shareholders. For 23 years, I have grown to love and appreciate them like brothers. Thank you for inviting me into your bank family. When you're invited to join Bank Independent as a team member, you're not just asked to work for a company. You're invited to join a family. a family who, from the first day of existence 75 years ago, made it its mission to make a positive difference in people's lives. I've watched the Malden family invest their resources of time, energy, finances, and commitment into our community. This building will serve yet another investment and commitment to the Shoals area. We now have 3 fourth-generation Maldens employed by Bank Independent. Mac's daughter, Hallie, stand up, wave. Hallie joined the team several months ago and shares her dad's passion for community. She is now our community engagement leader. And Mac's son, Hannon, interned with us this summer, and he's working on his MBA at Auburn University. Pruitt's daughter, Ann, joined us a few weeks ago, bringing valuable experience to us from her 5 years working for the Tennessee State Banking Department. As you can tell, family is very important to the Maldens. It's important to me too. My daughter Danielle, she started as a part-time teller 8 years ago and is now the bank's project management officer. In fact, many of our 600 team members have a family member that is working or has worked for the bank. Fennel, Evie, several team members met their spouse working at the bank, didn't they? A lot. Hallie, Hannon, and Danielle, it's exciting to know that this will be your work home for many years to come, and I know you will be good stewards of it. We've grown to the point today that we occupy 5 separate buildings in the Shoals area to provide workspace to administrative, operations, and customer service teams. When completed, this facility will consolidate our teams and will provide nearly 100,000 square feet of high-quality, custom-designed office space to serve the needs of our team members, customers, and community. In addition to the various bank office spaces, the facility will include training rooms, medical response area, wellness rooms, hoteling offices, testing rooms, a conference center serviced by catering, employee cafe and private dining and kitchen, a fitness center, and the bank museum that will give honor to the 75 years of bank's history. We expect to be moving in by my 39th birthday, spring of 2025. Why was that so funny? You know, over the past decades, in the Shoals area, you've seen banks come and go, right? Local community banks have sold to large regional banks. A large Birmingham bank, that Mac referenced before, sold to a Spanish bank, and now that bank has been sold again. A regional bank closed 3 Shoals area offices and merged with another large regional bank. This building is yet another demonstration that for 75 years, Bank Independent has been built to serve, not to sell. That's right. When construction is completed and the team moves in, I want the team to be mindful of all the past team members who served the Bank Independent family. I like to say, those who drink the water should remember those who dug the well. I'm not just the CEO of the bank, I also serve as CFO, so I'm a numbers guy. And as best as I can figure, there were over 3.2 million team member work days that led up to this special day. That's over 25 million hours of service. That's a lot of well digging for us to be able to drink this water. If you were one of those thousands of team members who served our customers any part of those 75 years, thank you. We could not be celebrating this day without your service. If you're a customer of Bank Independent, thank you, because you're the reason we're here. So now it is my privilege to introduce Executive Vice President Penny Camp, our Chief People Officer. She will be sharing how this facility will better help serve our community and our customers. Penny?
Good morning. Thank you, Rick. When you set out to design a building like this, that's of this scale and this size, it takes a lot of planning and it takes a lot of people. But from the very beginning, our focus, our purpose was to design a building for our team members. We wanted them to be represented. We wanted their voices to be heard so that we could meet their needs and do what they needed to have a positive and helpful work environment. And so in order to do that, we needed to hear what they were telling us to do. So we asked them, if we build a new facility, what is on your wish list? What is it that you need to be able to better serve our customers and our community, to have a work environment that facilitates just that? And so they told us. The first thing on their list was, can we be under one roof? Can we all be together? As Rick said, we're spread out today. Our operations teams are over 5 different facilities. And we pride ourselves in being able to collaborate well. And as an organization, we believe that collaboration truly helps us to serve our customers, our communities better by coming up with the best answer and the best solution. Obviously, being spread out over those facilities does not always allow for that proper collaboration and communication. With this building, we will all be under one roof, but we're designing the building in such a way that it fosters that and it develops so that we can better collaborate and communicate with each other. Some of the other amenities and nice to haves that they said they would really appreciate and enjoy just to make their work environment more positive and more enjoyable were things like a fitness center. They wanted a cafe where you have an option to get a hot meal each day. They wanted a space to be able to go outside and enjoy that meal. And they wanted a beautiful space to be able to go out, walk around, and just get some fresh air sometimes. We believe this particular site here on the TVA reservation, along with the building that we are designing, will accomplish all of that and more. It helps us provide a positive work environment for our team. We strive each day to be the bank of choice in the communities that we serve and to best take care of our customers and provide that great customer experience. But we also strive to be the employer of choice. And in order to do that, we have to take care of our team members. It's important. We take care of our team members, they will take care of our customers and our communities. And we believe this building is one factor in helping us do that. Of course, you can't do this without the hard work of a lot of people. And there are so many people that are involved in this project, but I do want to recognize just a few. We recognized early on that what we were wanting to create and what we were wanting to build was special. It was important because it was for our team. So we partnered with a couple of great architect firms. Hugh Thornton and the KPS Group out of Birmingham. They helped us design a master site plan and a facility that helps us accomplish all we want. They pushed us to be comprehensive in our approach to make sure that we were meeting all of those needs. Locally, we partnered with Calvin Durham and the LED Group. Calvin is a longtime partner of Bank Independent and the LED Group as well, as they have helped us build many of our sales offices and other facilities. They know us very well, and they have been a great partner through the years and through this process, partnering with KPS as well. Our general contractor for the building is Robbins & Morton. Robbins & Morton will be leading the construction of the building. We are proud to continue partnering with them as they are also helping us with our brand new facility that will open later this fall in downtown Huntsville at 225 Holmes Avenue. And then I would be remiss to not talk about a few of our team members who have not only helped with designing this building, but of course this event today. First, it's a group of team members that they often don't get a lot of public recognition, but we simply could not do what we do each day without them. And that's our facilities team. You often see them roaming around because they're always helping us accomplish what we need to do. Led by our Vice President of Facilities, John Bowling. His team, they are an exceptional team. I'm going to recognize a few of those team members, and I'll list them off as we go. Dustin Ware, Jared Hovatter, Katie Wakefield, Melanie Harrison, Krista Dean, Chad Elliott, Lance Austin, Matt Hood, Matt Bowling, and Sam Scruggs. Thank you for always going above and beyond for all of us. And of course, this event would not be possible without the tremendous work effort of our marketing team. They always do an outstanding job, led by our Director of Marketing, Chris King, that you met earlier, but he has a fabulous team around him. And I want to just name off their names as well. Nikki Randolph, Hallie Malden, Kat Davis, Jason Bowie, Matt Zackerly, Jeremy Britton, Bobby Shirley, and Ashley Balch. Thank you so much for making this such an enjoyable event. This is a special day. It is truly a celebration. We are so thankful for the tremendous positive legacy that has been built for the last 75 years that we get to be a part of. And now we are to be stewards of the next 75 years, to make something special, to build on that legacy and make it even more special in the next 75 years to come. We believe this building is just one piece to help us start that process. So this is my privilege to be able to share with our team that this building is for you. We want you to be successful, and we want this building to be what you want it to be. So next, I want to introduce our next guest and our next speaker, Ms. Caitlin Holland. She is the president of our Shoals Chamber of Commerce. She has been the president since June of 2017. Before that, she served as vice president of investor relations and public affairs. And we appreciate all the hard work that Caitlin and her team do to support our communities and our businesses each day. So, Caitlin.
Thank you so much, Penny. It's an honor to be here today celebrating Bank Independent, its future, its people, and its impact. It would be impossible to imagine the Shoals without Bank Independent, quite simply. You've done an unrivaled and exemplary mark on this community, of which we are all so proud. You saw a need, and you met it. You continue to do so today in countless ways. Simon Sinek once said that genius is in the idea. Impact, however, comes from action. Each of us here today who are witness to the good work done by Bank Independent can give numerous examples of the actions taken by this team. Action taken for the greater good, to reach people, and to make life for each of us just a bit better. After 75 years, Bank Independent is still a community bank that makes local decisions, but their $2.3 billion asset size makes them the 6th largest bank in the state of Alabama. Those of you who call this bank your professional home might know all of this, but for those of us who do not, Bank Independent services $2 billion worth of deposits, and they have invested $1.5 billion of those deposits back into their communities through loans. They now employ over 600 team members in North Alabama who live and lead in their communities and invest their paychecks back into local businesses, something that their chamber greatly appreciates. Bank Independent truly leads by example. It leads through action. It is a beacon for prosperity in our community and has been an economic driver and influencer for 75 years. I'm thankful that you call this place home and that you have never been willing to rest on what is good, but always defied the norm in order to be better. Whether you work for, bank with, or have been impacted by Bank Independent, we are all blessed by its presence here. Malden family, Bank Independent team, distinguished guest, thank you from each of the rest of us. We're thankful for this opportunity to celebrate a powerful history and this exciting future. We cannot begin to dream what your impact will be at 150 years young. Thank you.
Am I doing right? I just have to be told. I wanted to recognize our distinguished, we're all very distinguished, I might add. Our elected officials that are here. We have city council members. You want to raise your hand? I wouldn't dare try to name you, but you're very important. I'm not a city council. There's some back there. Our mayors are here. I saw Muscle Shoals and Florence and Sheffield, Tuscumbia. He's running for office, I think, Tuscumbia. And we have our county commissioners here. We have some county commissioners. And Tommy, you want to come up if there's any with y'all? And I want to recognize Dale Strong, our next congressman from North Alabama. Dale has been a friend of ours for years, long before that he was going to, well, he may have thought he was running for Congress, before I knew he was going to run for Congress. We had some real problems in Madison County, and we went to see Dale, and he fixed them. And it was like, how can we make it better? And I am real excited about having him in Congress representing us in Huntsville in North Alabama. So good luck, Dale. Let us know how we can help. Thank you. Thank you. I know this is off script, but I'm in charge. I really want to get a picture of everybody. Can I do that? Can y'all all kind of wave at me? I may need to do 1, 2, 3. Oh, we got a professional up here now. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Thank you. I want to especially thank the Colbert County Commission for the work that they've done to help us with today and with our site. I guess it would be kind of important to tell you where it's going to be, right? It's going to be, it's over there. It's going to be on the other side of the IFDC building. The Garage Road is going to be Garage Road. We have 50 acres over there. We're going to build on the west side of that property, 25 acres. And the east side, 25 acres, is going to be kind of a natural park where we'll build walking trails and everything. It's for the critters to go back and forth to the river. So it's going to be environmentally friendly. It's going to be a good site, and it's going to be exciting for us and hopefully for the community. But I wanted to thank Colbert County for all they did to help us, and we've got something for them to present to them, and it is a map, an old map of the electrical grid in Colbert County, which is pretty cool. Isn't that neat? So thank you so much. Outstanding. Tommy and some other people are very involved in providing broadband internet across the two-county region, the Greater Shoals Broadband. Jim Blassingame is here. He has been the bulldog, and I mean bulldog, on that subject, and has really done us a great job. Now, we're going to give away some money. See, the mayor of Leeton's here. I didn't speak to him because since he is from our hometown. I saw him earlier. There he is. Okay, thank you, Mayor. Thank you. All right, it's up to you. You're doing it. What am I doing? What am I doing last? Oh, no, we'll do them last.
All right, we'll do that last. All right. So now we're going to give away some money. You may have heard earlier this summer about our $75,000 community impact grants. We have the finalists here with us today, and we're excited to give away that money. But first, I want to tell you a little bit about all that Bank Independent does in our communities. As Max said, our mission is to make a positive difference in people's lives, and giving back to our communities is a central part of that. So each year, Bank Independent gives back hundreds of thousands of dollars to community organizations. It's such a huge part of who we are that in 2011, we created our Helping Hands program to allow our team members to give back paid volunteer time to organizations and causes that they care about. Our leaders created this program after the devastating 2011 tornadoes to allow team members to focus their time, energy, and resources. We also created our Share Drive programs, Food Share, Shelter Share, School Share, and Toy Share, to focus community resources on causes that needed it. In 2011, the Helping Hands program had a total impact of just under $45,000. Last year, the Helping Hands program had an impact of $224,000. Since 2011, our team members have donated almost just under 10,000 hours to 95 organizations for a total impact of $1.6 million. The impact of our share drives currently stands at $1.5 million, so the total impact of our Helping Hands program today is $3.1 million back into our communities. This program has been so successful, and we know it's only going to grow as we become more successful. So last year we pursued, and this year we have received designation as a 501c3 nonprofit. So we have set up the Bank Independent Inc. Helping Hands Foundation so that we can grow our giving back into our communities, and we're excited to continue that and grow that. But today, we're going to celebrate our 75th anniversary by giving away an extra, over and above, $75,000 to some really deserving community organizations. And I want to say thank you to the Shoals Nonprofit Center. Sarah Ann and Bethany helped us get set up this grant application. Their knowledge was very helpful in setting this up. So I want to encourage you, if you're a nonprofit, especially in the Shoals area, get connected with them. They provide fantastic resources to nonprofits. And now let's give away some money. Mac and our Executive Administrative Officer, Nikki, along with Hallie, are going to give away these checks. And I'm also going to invite our local market presidents up to give these away as well. So first I'm going to invite Bill Howard, our Shoals area president, up here. So we received 147 applications requesting over $2.1 million. And sorting through these was really a challenge because there are so many great organizations that are doing really great work in the community. But our first grant goes to the Rescue Me Project from Sheffield. Rescue Me is receiving $5,000. Rescue Me was founded to help young people become productive members of society. Yes, and as you come up, please pause and let us get a picture. So Rescue Me was founded to help young people become productive members of society. As parents, concerned citizens, and community caretakers, they want to reach beyond the classroom to find ways to cultivate the next generation of innovators, leaders, entrepreneurs, and change makers. And this $5,000 grant will be used to help facilitate the programs and services that they provide, including the RMP speaking team, the Juvenile Uplifting and Mentoring Jump program, and the Z-Factor Leadership Program, and the Next Step Success Academy. Congratulations. All right, our second winner from the Shoals area is Tiny Cubs. Tiny Cubs is going to be receiving a $10,000 grant. Tiny Cubs' mission is to improve perinatal care across northern Alabama by striving to identify needs related to maternal and obstetrical care. One identified need is improving Black maternal mortality rates. Black women are significantly more likely to experience pregnancy complications or even death than Caucasian women. Tiny Cubs plans to offer minority scholarships to assist with the cost of nursing school in hopes of increasing the amount of minority representation in the OBGYN nursing profession. And this $10,000 grant will be utilized to pay for 2 minority scholarships for senior level nursing students. We have one more in Bill's area from our Franklin County area. We're proud to present a $5,000 grant to Bear Creek Collaborative. Bear Creek Collaborative provides environmental experiences that are inclusive, accessible, and educational for everyone. They operate at the former Bear Creek Educational Center and Overton Farm location in Hodges, Alabama. The $5,000 grant will be used to update property, facilities, and grounds to make it accessible for those with both visible and invisible disabilities, as well to ensure that there are adequate safety measures in place for those activities that take place. Now I'd like to invite our Morgan and Lawrence area president, David Matthews, to the stage. Our next grant winner from Decatur will be receiving $5,000, and that is LifeSource. LifeSource was established in 2013 and serves those in the criminal justice system who struggle with addiction with the intention of motivating positive and permanent life change, and the goal that they become contributing members of society at home, in the workplace, and in the community. LifeSource Community Food Pantry serves below poverty level families who need emergency food assistance. And this grant will be used to build shelving for a larger quantity of food and canned goods for the largest community food pantry in Morgan County. Our next winner serves our entire footprint, and we are proud to present a $5,000 grant to Make-A-Wish, Alabama. Make-A-Wish Alabama grants life-changing wishes for children with critical illnesses, children who spend much of their childhoods in need of the light and hope that is created by a wish and by seeing firsthand that the impossible is actually possible. A wish granted is an amazing journey that transforms lives, both of those wish kids, their families, and the community at large. Research shows that children that have wishes granted can improve physical and emotional strength they need to fight their critical illness, potentially improving their quality of life. And this $5,000 grant will go toward helping the 87 children that are currently on the waiting list in North Alabama have their wish granted. Right, next, I would like to invite our Athens City President, Bob Thompson, to the stage. All right, our next winner, this is very important to MAC, is the Athens State University Foundation, which is receiving a $5,000 grant for their Men of Kenneth program. The foundation was formed in 1982 to serve as a vehicle for donors seeking to provide financial support for the university and the students they serve in a manner consistent with the mission and goals of both entities. And the Men of Kenneth program is actively working to support men of color in their path to becoming teachers in Alabama. Currently in its second year, the program has 26 active men pursuing degrees in education. These men are actively engaging not only with each other in their education, but also with children and teachers across northern Alabama. All right, and last but certainly not least, we would like to invite Huntsville City President DeMarco McClain to the stage. We have several winners from Huntsville, so DeMarco's going to be up here in a minute. All right, our first winner serves our entire footprint, is based in Huntsville. It's Let's Talk Veterans, Inc. Let's Talk Veterans is receiving a $10,000 grant. They focus on supporting all military veterans that suffer from PTSD, suicidal ideation, lack of confidence, and more when the VA is not available. They aim to be the voice of the unheard hero that supports the social, financial, and mental health of veterans regardless of age, gender, religion, or marital status. And this $10,000 grant will help stock the food pantry with canned goods and nutritional foods to prevent this vulnerable group within the community from hunger. The pantry also will provide 3 meals a day to a community that needs a hot, refreshing meal without feeling shameful.
I just want to say that I would have been that good in 1963. If given the chance, I would have been that good.
Our next winner is very close to DeMarco's heart. Hatch is receiving $5,000. Hatch is an 8-week job training program that combines life skills workshops and industry-standard culinary and hospitality training to empower opportunity youth to lead self-sufficient lives. Hatch is designed to grow leadership skills, develop strong personal habits, and equip young adults ages 18 to 24 with the ability to get and keep gainful employment. This $5,000 grant will support the material needs of the organization, including trainee uniforms, kitchen supplies like ingredients, laptops, and other resources for digital learning, and ServSafe certification cost. It will also cover the cost of licensed professional counselors for Hatch students and graduates to have access to during and after the program. Our next grant recipient receiving $5,000 is Kids to Love. Kids to Love is a nonprofit in Madison that has served more than 290,000 children living in foster care since 2004. Kids to Love offers numerous programs to support children living in foster care and aging out of the foster care system. The $5,000 grant will help Kids to Love continue to provide life-changing opportunities for children living in and aging out of the system, including housing, workforce training, educational support, scholarships, foster parent training, adoption advocacy, mental health support, and Christmas gifts. Our next grant winner is the Downtown Rescue Mission in Huntsville. Downtown Rescue Mission is receiving a $10,000 grant. They are the largest rescue mission serving northern Alabama and southern Tennessee. For 47 years, they have provided essential emergency services such as food, clothing, and shelter to those in need. In addition, they offer a 12-month intensive life transformation program through which participants can rebuild their lives, accept responsibility, and live a life of independence. This $10,000 grant will be used to continue the process of building the mission's medical wing. The medical wing will provide essential medical services to those already in need. An optical clinic, biometric screenings, dermatology, psychiatry, first aid and light wound care, pharmacy, laboratory services, and vaccinations are all part of the plan for the medical wing. And finally, one of the most innovative projects that we saw in all the requests we received, the Huntsville Community of Hope is receiving $10,000. The Huntsville Community of Hope was founded in 2019 to build residential community for the chronically homeless and empower the surrounding community into a lifestyle of love and service. The $10,000 grant will continue the goals of the Community of Hope to build a self-supportive residential community of tiny homes designed not only to lift our homeless friends off the streets, but to empower our communities to keep them off the streets. Mental health, physical health, education, job development, recovery programs, farming, arts and culture, basic needs, economic development, recreation, transportation, and well-being programs will all be available upon the completion of the community. Thank you to everyone who applied for our community impact grants, and congratulations to all of our winners. Again, it was so hard to pick the winners because there are so many people doing amazing things. And we appreciate the incredible work that you're doing to exemplify Bank Independent's mission to make a positive difference in people's lives as you work to bring your own visions to life.
Thank you. I never knew it was going to be so much fun giving away Fennel and Proch money. But I forgot, Chris, how much money was that? $75,000. But we missed somebody. Did we miss somebody? So will the Mayor of Leeton come forward? Come on up. There's a trail system, the Singing River Trail is going to be running through North Alabama, and it's going to go through right downtown Leeton in front of our branch. And the mayor here has really been instrumental in transforming Leeton into the town that it once was in 1947, when it was a thriving, growing community. They had the Sledge Fest last Saturday night. It was a great success. And so we met with the mayor and a bunch of people, and they asked for more money than we could give. But when we decided to start giving away money, we decided that we would give them I just want to make sure it is right. $25,000. I feel like Bob Barker. Obviously, Phil and Evie live at the red light, and Dorothy grew up about 2 blocks from the red light. The mayor lives at the red light, and what's going to happen is going to be great for people who are walking and riding. It's going to create a trail that comes down Old Highway 20, turns right, goes north towards the Robertson Jones Trail and back all the way. It's going to go from Tennessee, Georgia, all the way over to Mississippi. And it's an outstanding project, and we're glad to be a part of that. A couple of notes about the people that gave it. We had people crying when we were going through the applications. Some really, really special organizations that we helped. There's so many that we couldn't help. We didn't quite have $2.2 million to give out. But the other thing is Athens State, the McKinnis, my grandmother went to Athens State and graduated in 1914. And I've been on that board since it became an independent board, and it's been a real rewarding experience for me. And the McKinnis is a program to help get minority men in education. It's really, they have an outstanding program, so I give them good. So I want to thank you all for being here to celebrate our history and to share in the excitement about our future in the Valley and with Bank Independent. My grandfather passed away in 1953, and my father in 2010. And I can't imagine what they would think today, but I do know that they would be amazed and proud of where we have been and where we are going. We had an opportunity to look through a bunch of information stuff. My dad kept everything. And here's something he said in 1967 when we opened our first branch in Sheffield. This facility is inspired by the confidence, vision, and wisdom of those we have served, and it is an expression of lasting appreciation to those we have served and to those we will serve in the future. Those words remain as profound today as they did 55 years ago. I often say to our team, it's never been a better time to be a Bank Independent banker, and that is true now more than ever. Bank Independent's future is as bright as the team we have assembled and all the offices across this amazingly prosperous 75-mile city that Ford and Edison envisioned in 1922. Thank you for being here. May God bless you, may God bless your family, and may God bless America. Thank you very much.